Hey guys, it's Jaffmaster Flash, and how are you all doing today? Welcome back. It is the Canadian Grand Prix, and I've managed to out-qualify my teammate by about 3/10. So, after the Monaco Grand Prix, I had problems with the MGUH. I swapped that out, but left all the other parts to it. Oh, and my gearbox too. The gearbox was absolutely ruined by the end of Monaco. Had lots of problems with that, so that had to go. But Canada, it is a Grand Prix that I really enjoy. It is one of the faster Grand Prix that you can really get your foot down and hammer it. And that's what I did. Took the old hammer time, and yeah, it was really, really awesome. Canada is one of those Grand Prix which, if you can get out in front, you're out in front, and providing there are no major dramas and it's not in the rain, it's one of those ones where you can get off into the distance. Yeah, it's a bit bizarre. As I said, from the season 1, I hammered the car, as in upgrades. Didn't bother with any of the perks that you can get, just went full on upgrades to an engine, aero, the chassis, and then durability. But unfortunately I've created a bit of a monopoly on the game where my car is well and truly by far the best, so the only person I'm really racing is Hamilton. As I said, the difficulty is up on 100, and again it's only me and Hamilton really racing. I keep increasing the difficulty to try and get a better race. The first 3, 4, 5 races, 4 races were really difficult, but it seems to have slacked off a little bit really, with Hamilton having engine problems. And what a start, probably the best start I've ever had. Excuse me, I was aware that Red Bull was always darting up the inside, and they seem to get amazing starts off the line. Especially Weber, he's really good off the start. Not just that, Red Bull, who have now got Sebastian Vettel instead of Max Verstappen for season 2, they are the second best team. They've overtaken Ferrari. Ferrari seem to be lagging a lot, with the likes of Racing Point in front of them. But here's Canada. This is the first lap, and that hairpin is a tricky one. Always lock up into there. Yeah, I am really, even in season 2, still massively in love with the F1. Really enjoy it, and I hope you guys too. As I said, I'm not upgrading the car, but it's taken a while for the other teams to catch up. Which, as soon as they catch up, I have no doubt that the races will get better. I will be racing a lot more teams, and hopefully that will make the races a lot more interesting. But as I said, Canada is very much like Spain. If you can get out in front, you're out in front and you are good to go. Hope you're all well, guys. Hope you really enjoy this one, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Leading the pack, P1, that's Lewis behind. The gap behind us is 1.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps, 17 laps to go. Lewis is behind you. The gap to the car behind is 0.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:11.7. The engine is going to be down slightly. It's showing some minor wear. Okay, tyres still looking good, Nick. Let's keep them that way for as long as we can. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. We're leading our teammate by 1.6 seconds. We should be good on tyres for a while. The wear doesn't seem too bad at the moment. Just take care when you load them up. It should be a few laps at least before you start feeling too many tyre issues. They seem in good condition for the time being. First position, front of the pack. That's Lewis behind. Our gap behind is 2.5 seconds. They're on old softs. Your pit window opens next lap. 13 laps to go. We want to pit this lap, so push now. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Right, go now. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions looking good. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Caution, caution. That's Lewis behind. The gap behind us is 5.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 12.7. Gap to teammate behind is 5.8 seconds. first position, front of the pack. Lewis is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 6.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. 6 laps to go. That's Lewis behind. The gap behind us is 6.2 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:12.0. Data is looking positive so far. We think there's plenty of life left in these for the moment. Final lap of the race. Less than a lap of fuel now, the tank is empty. That's 7 wins in a row. What a brilliant job you're doing out there. We couldn't ask for more.
Yet another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out on the track was today: speed. I know it sounds like an obvious thing to say, Crofty, but fast cars win races, and we saw that today with our winner.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Joker increases their championship lead. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Roman Grosjean's my driver of the day. I don't think I've ever seen such a strong performance from him.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, good work from Racing Point this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, Ants, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.